you all, it's Chic here with Chic TV, and we are here at the Unbossed But Bothered conference here in Atlanta, powered by the Fortitude Collective. I'm so excited to be here, and y'all already know I brought my chair to the table. Let's go. And I'm here with Miss Novi Brown, Miss Tanya Moore, Miss Dr. Jared Manning, Miss Neville Poole, with Miss Andrea Boom, and I'm here with Miss Alicia. Oh, how are you doing today? And I said it right? Yes. Okay, I just had to make sure. Listen, I'm a little nervous, but I'm in the presence of Black excellence right now. So how are you feeling today?
I feel inspired, passionate. I feel seen.
And what is it? 10 top notch?
Okay,
now please explain to me what that means, that name means, because it's giving me power.
It is. So top notch is all things great, all things amazing. You do everything in life big. So either go big or don't do it at all.
You're an author, you're a mentee, and you're a cook, okay? Tell me one thing you've cooked several times, but it always comes out different.
Ooh, that's a good one. Because I don't keep a lot of recipes and I just throw things together, I would probably say I make a really amazing vegetable lasagna, and every time I make it, it tastes different. It might have a little more spice, a little more veggie. It's always different when I make it.
Listen, she's a dentist in the Metro Atlanta area. She's an author, 3-time winning award author, okay? Now, tell the people, like, how did you get into what you're doing now?
Yeah, so I've actually been a dentist for 17 years. Really started early in childhood. I was influenced by the right people. My dentist growing up was amazing. And I was surrounded by a group of amazing dynamic women, educators, lawyers, doctors, who really just took me under their wings to show me the way, and they paved the way for me.
The company is Institute Agility.
Institute Agility, but you provide business agility. Okay, yeah, so break that down for me. What does business agility mean?
Okay, so business agility is an organization's ability to be super responsive to the market. So if their competition's doing something, they have a very quick way of redirecting and pivoting and being able to make quick decisions versus taking a long period of time to figure it out, what's the prototype, but really create a new muscle that's really fast and responsive.
Okay, now tell me about your business, how you got into it, a little bit of background on that.
Okay, so I've been in technology since, I don't know, 98, 99. And so this business agility is kind of the foundation is technology. So how does technology enable you to go faster? So I kind of learned about software, delivery, technology at that point in time. And then I kind of took that to, okay, well, what does that mean for businesses that are not technology driven? They could be process businesses or marketing or whatever that might look like.
Entrepreneur, listen, I need to know a little bit more. What does Sneaky Peach mean?
Sneaky Peach. So my brand Sneaky Peach, I came up with it because I'm from Georgia and I love sneakers. And then I kind of went into like the shape of a woman's butt. It's peachy. At least a Southern woman in most cases is peachy. And then so I'm like, I'm a Sneaky Peach.
So I want to know, what was life like for you prior to becoming Miss Sabrina Hawley on the BET Sisters?
It was all the things, but some of the people that support me say from EBT to BET. Okay. So I've been homeless, I've been without food, I've had the whole experience, and I think that's the human experience, to go through the ups and downs, and who knows where my life will go, obviously, but I'm just really grateful that I was able to live that way, to really truly know who I am in all facets, when I have, when I don't, or what I perceive I have and what I perceive I don't have, things of that nature.
Now tell the people what you do and what are you doing on your platform?
So on my platform, I'm trying to debunk the stereotype of Black women in their natural hair. A lot of times people don't understand that we come in all different shapes, sizes, and color, and so does our hair. And so a lot of times people don't understand that our hair is our crown. And so that's what I'm trying to emphasize on my platform, and just basically bring awareness to the fact that Black women are beautiful and the hair is also.
Now, being here today, you're empowering women, you're giving your word. Throughout your journey, what's one piece of advice that you was given that you resonate with to today?
Oh, man, you're asking all the great questions. I would honestly say the best piece of advice that I was given was to trust myself. Because a lot of times, self-doubt, fear, everything creeps in to keep you from being your top-notch self. And that would be the greatest piece of advice I was given. It's just be who you are.
Being an author, a writer, what are some things that you like to put into your your stories that you want people to know and hear?
So a lot of the books that I have wrote and have been involved with are geared towards helping individuals in the field become better dentists and become better professionals. And so I make sure that I just give them real world experiences. Because I have some experience under my belt, I've been doing this a long time. I try to make sure that I'm very practical and straightforward and letting them know what the things that they're going to get into. So that really is what has inspired me to write the books. It's real world experiences.
Earlier you talked about 3 questions that you give people to ask themselves.
Yes.
Would you be able to answer those questions for me?
Yes, absolutely. So my first question was, who are you at your core?
Yes.
So at my core, I am a very kind person and I'm very empathetic, and I just really want to see people live their best life. And whatever that might be for them, whether it's from a personal perspective or a career perspective, I want to enable people to be the best that they can be. So that's the first piece. The second question was, what does your trusted peers say about you?
Yes.
So my girlfriend that answered those questions for me, her 2 answers were courageous and committed. So those are 2 things that really, I kind of embody those 2 things. And then the third question is, why do you do what you do? And I do what I do because I believe there's a better way for businesses to run. I think there's a better way for organizations to enable their people to bring their best self to work. Because what we know is if you have toxic work environment, work is hard, right? It's not going to be easy, but you don't have to be toxic about it. And so that toxicity goes home, and now you're spreading it to your spouses or your significant others and your kids. And I believe that there is a way to lead people, lead change without all of the extra. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What is one thing that being an entrepreneur has taught you?
Ooh. So one thing I will say, it's just the reality of it. Entrepreneurship is very lonely, and so you get to a space, especially when you're always creating, always doing something. You have to be. The reality of it is that sometimes you got to dig deep within yourself. You can't always search for people from the outside to be there for you.
Is there any one individual in the industry where you heard their story and you're like, I cannot give up because of this story?
You know what? I believe in self-motivating. And that's not to say that there aren't people out there that have motivated me, but if I'm not, motivating myself to do better and be greater, then it's all for nothing. So I really, focus and motivate myself, take the time out of my day out of my week to spend time with myself and write down goals and really map out, goals, self-care moments, things of that nature. So I'd like to say that, it's all about motivating yourself.
What is one thing in the industry that you don't like that you fight for every day?
Low pay. Low pay, money, resources, money. That's the only answer right now. Other than, I feel like representation is a white people word that they need to infuse. It's not for us because we know how we look.
I like that.
We know who we are. But it comes down to finances, and it comes down to equity. It comes down to assets that could really build our individual legacies and us as a community. So it really comes down to resources.
Okay, so you have Sneaky Peach, but you're also a hairstylist. How is that pivot for you? What was that pivot like for you?
So because of the beauty industry as a whole, I love all things fashion. I love art. I love interior design. I love all of those. I love all the stuff. I just love stuff. And so I just decided to not box myself in and stay behind the chair and really branch out and do some other things that I love.
What does the word boss mean to you?
So boss to me, because I'm someone who has done corporate America life and entrepreneurship, I always look at that as a mindset. I talk about that in my coaching. Being a boss is all about the way you think. Whatever you're a part of, own that part of it. So it doesn't mean hey, if you work for someone else, you're not a boss. When I worked in corporate America, I walked in as a boss before they even gave me a title as a boss. So don't tie bossness to a title. It's a mentality. That's who you are at the core.
So to me, boss means that you are owning your space, whatever that space might be. You could be a boss in one area, and in another area you're still developing and learning. But being a boss just to me means you have identified a space that you own and that you're going to grow in that space and you're going to help other people be successful in that space, that's really what a boss means to me.
Boss means taking control of your life, taking control of your mental state, not letting others dictate what's going on with your life. Boss means truly taking control and, doing the things that it takes for you to be healthy mentally, physically, spiritually. That's what boss is to me.
Andy.
Okay, listen.
Boss, it literally defines me. I have been a defiant child, and I wasn't in trouble a lot, but I always had an opinion. I tell people I got 2 cents to give. Like, that's my toxic trait. So I have 2 cents. I have something to share. So literally a boss is somebody that isn't afraid to step up, isn't afraid to be judged, isn't afraid to be kind of off trend as well,
Boss means a woman who is confident in her own way, and she brings something to the table that's unique that no one else can replicate.
Ooh, that's a good one. Boss means unapologetically showing up in your purpose. You got to take ownership over the purpose God gave you, and that's how you boss up.
Try to be top notch, okay? So how can we be top notch, okay?
So you can find me on Instagram at Tanya Top Notch, and that is Tanya. And also my culinary page is TND Good Eats. But if you go to my main page, you'll find everything. I have a link in my bio that opens up all of my good stuff that I have going on.
Listen, tell the people they can find you at Miss Dr. Jarrett Manning, okay?
Well, you can find Dr. Jarrett on all social media platforms at Dr. Jarrett _DDS. That's DRJARRETT _DDS. And you can find my dental office on all social media platforms at JLM Dental Studio. And you can find my hair care brand at Honey Envy on all platforms at honey_ENVY.
Go ahead, tell the people where they can find you at.
Okay, so Institute Agility, LinkedIn is probably the best way. Just Neville Poole at LinkedIn or instituteagility.com are pretty much the best ways to find me.
Tell the people where they can find you at.
You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Alicia Rae, ALYCEARAE.
So the easiest place to find me at is on Instagram. My Instagram tag is Your Homegirl Andy. And then there's a link on there to my link tree that links all the different brands that come up under me. But I have Sneaky Peach, ATL. I have Your Real Homegirl Energy. I have the Beverly Salon. I have Harmony Hair Lounge. And I have I also officiate weddings. So that tag is under the boom. Like it's a lot of things. But the link tree will take you where you need to be.